Smashing that record button. How you feeling today, bud?
We just go. Ready to go.
Waiting for the. I'm waiting for the thing. We need the thing before we can do it. All right.
Yeah.
Technology is not fast. All right, here we go. Good morning, comrades. You're listening to Good Morning Comrade, goodmorningcomrade.com. Today in the virtual studios, we have Scott and Jeff. What's up, Scott?
Oh, nothing much. Just hanging out. Just thinking about the city, man. Nobody's taking this shit seriously.
Thinking about what?
The coronavirus.
You don't think
Really,
we're taking this coronavirus seriously?
man, they had to shut down
Say
Bourbon Street.
more.
Well, they had to like stop Go Cup so people would stop being down there and stuff, and it's just really stupid. So I'm talking to somebody about public health, and they told me that like basically the first like instance of public health was like this place in England or somewhere, and like they found out that people drinking from this one guy found out that drinking from a certain well like gave people cholera.
Mm-hmm.
So that like, but then he just told everybody, and they were like, whatever, we're not walking like so far away.
Mm-hmm.
So like he just like took the handle off the well, and like nobody could drink for it anymore. So they just like
Mm-hmm.
left. But in light of this thing,
That was the first action of public health ever.
well, I don't know. At least this person telling me seemed to think so.
Mm-hmm.
But I've decided to start a new public health initiative.
Okay.
I'm just gonna spread the rumor that there's poisonous snakes in the French Quarter. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling people, I'm making posts about it, saying, man, stay out of the French Quarter. There's poisonous snakes. You can't go there anymore.
Yeah, and you know what I really like about that is that it's not even untrue. Like, there's definitely going to be some snakes in the French Quarter somewhere. Like,
Whatever.
Come on, you know that there like every now and then a poisonous snake will just pop out of the drain or something like that and be like, ah.
I mean, that's New Orleans problems, but like, it's just the thing now. It's what I'm doing.
What if it was gators though? I mean, gators might be more
No.
believable in the sense that like we see a lot of
People
gators
like
just
gators.
pop up.
People will go feed gators. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like if you see a gator at your house, you're like,
gator.
oh, cool, I'm gonna throw him a hot dog, and then the gators really become a problem. But like poisonous snakes, no, you know that they could be anywhere, so you just don't go around.
Are you saying what kind of poisonous snake?
No, you just say poisonous snakes. Vagueness is like
okay. So let me just sort of like get behind my reasoning on this. I mean, like if there's like a rattlesnake or like a water moccasin or hold on a second now, man.
Understand that.
If there was just like a regular snake that we see every day, you can go fishing by the canal and that snake will be there, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna care. But if you have like, wow, they have this like fancy king cobra that's in the quarter.
No, that's dumb. That's ridiculous because that just gives you more stuff to like pick apart and be not believable. All you gotta do is say, don't go to Bourbon Street. They got poisonous snakes.
So is this kind of like snakes on a plane, except just like snakes on a street?
No, it's not. It's nothing like that. I mean,
how is it different from snakes on a plane?
I work around the French Quarter, and basically when people are like, hey, where's the French Quarter or something like that, my first instinct would be like, well, you don't want to go there. It's like no fun. Like
what is fun?
Miserable. Like it's like miserable. Like people just like puke and pee there, and it's just like you don't want to really explain that. So now I'm just saying, Now I'm just saying, don't go there. They got poisonous snakes, and like that's just it. I'm not taking all the time to point out all the facts just so people can ignore me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just lying now. So if anybody asks you, Jeff,
making shit up.
If anybody asks you, Bourbon Street's got poisonous snakes.
But
or the French Quarter does.
Mm-hmm. Just bourbon. How about just bourbon?
No, just the French Quarter.
The
People
whole
shouldn't be
French
there.
Quarter? You
Like,
shouldn't be any. So
look, I'm just trying to get people talking about it so that maybe these assholes who are like, oh, hey, I'm going to take my vacation anyway down to Bourbon Street, which is 100% happening.
mhm.
People are still going there on vacation. I drove down Bourbon Street one day. A bunch of people from out of town were just walking around with no masks.
Mhm.
Ridiculous. So if anybody listening to this wants to help the city of New Orleans, just keep this rumor circulating that the French Quarter has poisonous snakes.
Have you reached out to the press on this?
I've just made Facebook posts. I'm seeing how it tracks.
All right. So you're wasting your time.
No, what do you mean reach the press? They have to do their due diligence.
No. If you want a story, if you want it to take off, if you want to make it a part of the consciousness, then whether or not there's any actual energy behind this idea, the thing that you need to do is find a reporter that'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll make a report about that and I'll put it on TV."
No,
That's all you got to do, and then
they'll
you,
make a
and
report
then
about
you
it.
have the attention, and then the fake news has a story.
No, you're trying to make this a whole stupid thing.
People believe the fake news, bruh.
No, that's the dumb thing. You don't want to do that. I'm bringing the media in so they can be like, well, we looked into it and it's not true.
So
Like,
you're
that's just what they'll
saying
do.
that we should go the QAnon route and just make it just make it happen underground.
No, you just talk about it. You say, oh man, poison snakes and bourbon. Don't go there. You gotta keep it vague. And you gotta like
You don't think
control.
that's what QAnon already does?
Look, I'm not talking about QAnon. I'm talking about the city. I'm not worried about all that. But if you're listening and you want to help the show in the city, just anybody from out of town who asks, tell them they got poisonous snakes in the French Quarter. Just tell them that. That's my public health initiative. Help save some lives. Get these damn snakes out of the French Quarter.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking quarter.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I've had enough. But yeah.
Do you think that'll stop people from going to the French Quarter, though?
I mean, telling them that
Do you
they'll
think
get
it'll work?
telling them to get the coronavirus ain't working, but it's all I got.
You might be shit out of luck, buddy.
Okay, well, I didn't bring this idea to you, a nobody, just to shoot it down.
I'm not here to shoot it down, but if I must, I will.
No, that's bullshit. Support me and help keep local business open by closing it down for a short while.
Nah. So on that point, though, I don't know if that actually brings any money in terms of actually saving these businesses. But I take your point on that. That's fine. I'm not gonna like press it any further than that.
Yeah, please do not. You've had bad input so far. You're being negative. I'm being positive. Positive about these snakes that 100% exist in the French Quarter. Stay away.
Of every kind.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know what kind they are.
But none in particular.
I don't know what kind they are. I don't know how they got there, but I know a guy. He said he was walking to his car, poisonous snake chased him. Very scary stuff. I'm terrified.
I never heard of a snake chasing anybody before.
I might make T-shirts for this that say "Get the snakes off bourbon."
Damn.
Just inquiring, but help me out. All proceeds of these shirts will go to the Snake Charmers Foundation or something. Somebody that helps snakes
and you're
get in their
saying
right
that
environment.
You're saying this, and you're also saying that you're not Q.
Not Q. Stop making it about that thing. I'm talking about this thing.
All right. Just throwing that out there.
I'm not Q.
Thought that's what Q would say.
Yeah. Well, I'm not Q. You can take that to the bank.
Maybe
anyway,
I will.
What are you up to, Jeff?
So as of recording, and also if you listen to this in the morning of the day of release, there is going to be a hopefully pretty sizable protest taking place in Jefferson Parish tomorrow morning, and I will be there. I'll be speaking actually about why we should keep our schools closed and why we shouldn't just sort of send kids to their doom. Is that unfair to say?
It's fine.
And educators as well. I mean, there's a lot of like really weird fake news, or I should say, fake doctors. Have you heard about this Frontline Doctors USA thing?
I heard about the lady who said it's bad for your health if you have sex with demons.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's some lady who's like on the board that's just like a quack.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
That's all I know. Somebody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, but this is the like experts they got.
Yeah. So
it's very much like the doctors in Mad Men used to be like, yeah, 4 out of 5 cigarettes. Doctors agree these are healthy cigarettes.
So here's a story. Fox News' best COVID-19 truthers unite to promote Trump's favorite drug. So this is about hydroxychloroquine. What do you know about hydroxychloroquine, Scott?
I know the president may have been giving himself this.
He claimed to have done so for at least a week.
Yeah.
America's Frontline Doctors, the group behind viral video shared by Trump's, are some of the same people who've been calling for the country to reopen, no matter the cost. This is from today in Rolling Stone. On Monday, a video falsely promoting hydroxychloroquine as a cure for COVID-19 and downplaying the efficacy of masks went viral on various platforms, including Facebook, where it racked up nearly 20 million views, and Twitter. The video footage captured by Breitbart News was boosted by various members of anti-vaccine groups, as well as Donald Trump Jr. and the president himself. It was later removed by Facebook for promoting misinformation, according to a spokesperson who said it was removed for, quote, for sharing false information about cures and treatments for COVID-19. It was also flagged by Twitter, prompting Donald Trump Jr. to be temporarily suspended from the platform. So Donald Trump Jr. got booted from Twitter today, and sparking outcry among the far right for the alleged social media censorship. And you know what? I think this whole thing probably is just so they can like whine about being censored by like Zuckerberg or whatever. Like we've been cucked by Zuck or whatever.
You think? You think it's just a thing? Just like churning their rhetoric up?
I think so. But I mean, like, it's not okay. So maybe, okay, even if I didn't like think that was the case, it's certainly not impossible that that's the case, especially the way that they sort of like look at media and they're just like instantly distrustful of every single thing that they see or hear on it, which like on a certain level, I understand being skeptical of like capitalist press and like mainstream press for sure. At the same time, you cannot like just say that everything that they're saying is lies and not actually engage with the things that are being proposed. If you're doing that, then you're just fucking rejecting whatever it is that you see in front of you. Like you're just saying, my lying eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they're so mad at the media. That's like their best ally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the media is always like,
no. But it's their best ally because they're good at using it as a foil, right? Yeah. They're good at saying like, look at this fake news, and we're like, look at these lies coming from the people that are trying to destroy me.
Like they just get all the news like that is ostensibly against them, but like they all just air their like all the stupid crap they say because it's like marketable or whatever. But also they still have the ability to be like, can you believe these guys? They're going against us. They hate us.
The 43-minute.
Oh, sorry.
The 43-minute video featured a group known as America's Frontline Doctors, staged in a sparsely attended press conference in front of the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. In the video, physicians in white lab coats, they dressed the part. They got wardrobe on their side. In between nodding ponderously and awkwardly shifting their weight between both feet, aggressively promote hydroxychloroquine as a cure, in quotes, for COVID-19, despite the fact that the World Health Organization has discontinued its recommendation of the drug, saying it was, quote, unlikely to be beneficial for hospitalized patients. So this drug doesn't do anything. And I got a bunch of fake doctors going up and saying, like, oh yeah, this is the thing. We got to make sure that people get all this hydroxychloroquine.
Did you say the WHO?
Yeah,
Fake news.
Fake fake health organization that was put together by the Bilderbergs or something.
Who?
The Bilderberg group? Oh, buddy, don't get me started.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry I brought it up.
The virus has a cure, in quotes. It's called hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and Zithromax, one of the doctors in the video claims, preferring to Pfizer's ephedrinic drug. You don't need mask. There is a cure. You do, and there is not. That's parenthetical. Another doctor falsely claims hydroxychloroquine is safer than aspirin and Tylenol. But
It's not.
Huh?
It's not. Like, it's got like massive side effects, right?
I don't know. Maybe the article will tell us.
I mean, that's why people were like, "Oh, the president's definitely taking it," because he just looked like awful. And everybody, a bunch of people that actually are like medical people are like, "Oh yeah, he's taking that stuff. He looks like that."
He doesn't usually look very good. Let me be clear on that one. But I understand your point.
I mean, I think a lot of like leaders got like caught using. I think Borsalino like used it, and he definitely got it twice. Like,
who's that?
Borsalino.
Oh, Bolsonaro. He's had it like 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Barcelona. I'm sorry, you mispronounced Bolsonaro.
Man, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that stupid name he's got. Yeah. I mean, the name isn't stupid. I'm sorry, I'm taking it out on the.
No, he's
sorry,
stupid.
I'm taking it on the lineage, but that guy sucks. If any Barcelona, any of the people with a similar name.
Brought up something. So by mispronouncing, Bolsonaro's name, you've now invoked my favorite Dave Rubin video that we're gonna have to like watch in between this thing. So here we go. There's a clip from Majority Report from a bit ago. Hold on. Let me get this whole thing straightened out. I'm doing bad. I'm doing a bad job. I'm not doing good.
You're doing fine, pal.
Thank you.
I went through Dave Rubin's subreddit. Dude, person after person said the Sam Cedar video showed them the light and they realized how dumb or hollow this whole thing is. Can you guys please say something super mean about Dave? Look.
But okay, after Sam does, can I just say after Sam does what he's about to do? Yes, I will.
Well,
R.I.P. Michael.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm not going to say anything super mean about Dave.
Now, can I just say that we spent so much time talking about how stupid Dave is? We don't spend enough time talking.
Michael fucking hates Dave.
I don't know. Listen, let me put it this way.
Hold on one
I'm
second.
not in charge of writing the code of ethics for people who.
Hold on one second. I'm doing a bad job with the computer.
Okay. I'm not.
Yeah, he cuts us all out, please.
Not a columnist for the New York Times who would, make someone famous regardless of what they spew into the atmosphere, the intellectual atmosphere.
The intellectual ether or
Ether.
web.
Yes, or the darkness of the web,
yeah.
whatever. But look, plenty of times on this program, I say, I don't know. So I'm not going to comment. All right. I don't know international politics that well. I don't. When I don't know something, and there's plenty of other things domestically, I don't know. And I'm not afraid to say that because that, in my mind, that's the most honest thing for me to say. And it's a function of my integrity and what I feel like I owed the audience, and not just what I owe my audience, what I just generally owe society. Don't pontificate about something that I have no idea about that is serious. So when a guy gets elected to what is it, the fifth biggest
democracy in the world.
Fifth biggest democracy in the world. I wasn't 100% sure. So you notice, like, I turned to Michael because I wouldn't say it. And I have a list of just
fifth largest economy as well. Yeah.
I have a list here of what he did on day one. I think it was. Where is that?
Was that the Poggi tweet?
Yeah, I can't remember.
In day one, he eliminated. I could tell you off the top of my head. He took out protections for LGBT people, which I've heard something about Dave Rubin being gay. He overturned, lowered the minimum wage. He put the Amazon protections for the Amazon as well as all of the indigenous communities inside the Amazon. He put them inside the hands of someone who's an agribusiness lobbyist. A third of his part of his government is military, and there was actually one other really terrible thing, which I'm totally forgetting.
There's like the boys will wear blue and girls will wear pink stuff, and the SJWs, which I think
right. Well, he promised an end to socialism and political correctness in his convention speech, but I'm trying to think of just like straight up policy.
You have me on one thing.
And he's promising to gut labor protections.
Yeah, gut labor protections.
And this is on day one. And now look, you could also, it's been going around, people have been a little bit talking about maybe this guy's a fascist or maybe not. This guy's definitely a fascist. Like if you check out like any of the news at all, it's hard to imagine that you wouldn't come across, at least some notion about this guy. He said stuff like he told a woman like,
he's so fucking Trump in Brazil, man. He's like super extra.
He said something. He
told a woman that she wasn't ugly enough, she wasn't attractive enough to deserve to be raped by him.
In Congress.
He'd prefer to have his son die in a car accident than be gay.
Right. I mean,
the military regime made its biggest mistake was it didn't kill enough people.
Now, the flip side of this, let me just also say, there's an out for you in this situation. You could say, you know what? I haven't really done anything on this, so I can't really make a comment about that. Like this happens all the time.
Well, the trouble is he did do something about it because he, as we did on this show, he appeared on a pro-Bolsonaro YouTube propaganda channel to talk about ideas.
Wow.
So the problem is typical Rubin fashion. Clearly, he knows nothing, but he did propagandize for.
I'm not going to let my ignorance get in the way of a couple of clicks that I can bring over some audience. But putting that aside, here's exactly what you should not do when you accidentally oops, I just supported a fascist who, incidentally, if Dave Rubin takes a trip down there, we'll see in 2 or 3 years if he could travel with his husband there.
Like Glenn Greenwald's been under pressure.
On Brazilian Prime Minister Bolsonaro.
Now look, it's easy. Look, I am not going to. This is the one thing where I'm going to give him a little bit of a break because I mispronounce things all the time.
You do, but not that badly.
Bolsonaro.
I mean, that's a lot. Can I say that? Let me just say this really quick.
But listen, because I don't think it's just mispronunciation. I don't think he recognizes so much this guy. I don't think he said it.
No, this is
He's never
No,
said the
this
name.
is a guy who is like the center of global news right now in the last couple of days. That's like you're not looking at your notifications, news notifications on your phone. But
But all that is fine. It's just that you know what you do in that situation? I don't know. I don't know. But
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like there's this sort of like reluctance very often to just ever admit that you don't know something, and I don't know. You ever feel that?
What?
The reluctance to feel that you don't know something, and sort of would just sort of like bullshit yourself to the point where you'll do what Dave Rubin did in that video and just say like, oh yes, tell me the Prime Minister Bolsonaro. There's more. Let me keep it rolling. But anyway, that is relatable to the point where you would like bullshit through somebody's name. But like there is a certain degree of truculence that like you would like once you've sort of like stepped in it, like you can't help but step in it more.
that is fine. It's just that you know what you do in that situation? I don't know. I don't know. But Dave has got to project that he actually knows what he's talking about.
What is your opinion on Brazilian Prime Minister Bolsonaro regarding there's a lot of things moving here. Deforestation of the rainforest. P.S. I'm a Christian. I bake you a cake, though. I don't know enough about him, but it sounds like he really hates Marxism, and he's really pushing Brazil to become more of a world leader, and that he actually is for capitalism, and he's trying to get some of the SJW stuff out of the schools. I just
getting this SJW stuff out of the schools.
Front,
he hates Marxism.
Again, I don't know a ton about him. That all sounds good to me.
He's trying to get some of the SJW stuff out of the schools, like the things that say like you shouldn't be raping people or.
I mean, no. This is right on top of this guy actually walked it back because it was like an slight international embarrassment for the second. But his minister said, "Boys will wear blue, girls will wear pink." And actually had to say, "Oh, actually, everybody can wear whatever they want."
Right.
Because even that was so.
SJWs have got to them.
Well, no, because because the Economist and the Wall Street Journal that have no problem with fascism are like, we certainly support the murdering of all the indigenous peoples to help our petro companies, but we feel slightly uneasy
it's
about
gonna look awkward when we take pictures of your students that they're all wearing.
Torturing gay kids in school isn't really great for the brand.
Now, tell me about this though, Michael. So Brazil seems to be becoming big, like they're back in the news. What did he say that they're like? He wants to make Brazil. What did he say? Like, how did he put that?
He said more respected again,
or
great again.
Trying to be a leader,
like a global player. Yeah. These guys been sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, they were totally irrelevant under There was this thing that did happen from 2003 to 2010 at least, or 12, where they had stipulating the criticisms of these things, but they had the Olympics, the World Cup. Lula was the most popular president in the world with an over 80% approval rating. The economy grew by leaps and bounds. They took 30 million people out of poverty, and Obama met Lula and said, he's the most popular politician on earth. And they set up a new BRIC trade agreement and alliance with Russia, China, and South Africa, which still exists to this day. So some people think that period actually was really good for Brazil internationally.
Yeah, but now they're starting to, he's called it, kick it into high gear.
Yeah, they're kicking into high gear.
Because they're getting the SJWs out of schools.
Yeah, because now several months following the gunning down of Marielle Franco, who was an Afro-Brazilian lesbian who fought against police violence as a city councilor, and they haven't arrested anybody, they're taking it up a notch by saying we're going to actually formally discriminate against and terrorize gay, transgender, and lesbian people, which actually, another thing, incidentally, Brazil actually kicked it into high gear by having a woman president, Dilma Rousseff, and by being ahead of a lot of Western countries in gay rights.
To SJW.
Very SJW.
this is one of those things like, that old threat, like, I'm going to punch you so hard, like your mom is going to, get a black eye or something. Like, this is one of those situations like where Barry Weiss should be fired because
Yes.
of this. Like,
Yes.
so
Hashtag fire Barry.
Hashtag fire Barry. And by the way, this is just for pure incompetence and stupidity. That's it. For being bad.
Intellectual dumb way.
Yeah, for being a fucking moron.
The
Barry
intellectual
Weiss.
dumb way.
The intellectual. This would be the closest equivalent I could think of is if somebody flew me to go to North Korea, or I just did like a North Korean YouTube propaganda video, and I was just like, people are really interested in ideas and collectivizing the means of production, and then I get a letter, and I'm like, Kim Jong-un? Well, I don't really know much. I have to do more research, but I've heard that he's taking a lot of land away from the rich people, which I like.
And he was really good about stepping over.
They didn't
into South
US
Korea.
Empire.
Yeah,
Like the South
he's
Korean
really
guy
kicking
didn't
into-
walk
Yeah.
over the line there. He stepped over, which I think is pretty cool.
He's
That's good.
really kicking it into gear with the piece and the weapons. So
Totally.
I don't know enough, but
He's
I
got great
think
public
he's
transportation.
got great public transportation. But
I don't know. That's one of those things that I think's hilarious.
Oh. Yeah. Are we not watching another person's show now, or what?
I mean, unless you're enjoying it.
Not.
Yeah.
Why are we just watching another show? Like, not good radio.
I don't know. Something you said sort of like put that in my brain. I thought that was worth exploring. But anyway, I got wrapped up in it, and then I got like all nostalgic about it too, because fucking Michael's dead, so I'm pretty sad. So I don't know. Maybe I'm working through some shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, what's up with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Hanging out, drinking some water.
Water.
Yeah.
Ooh. Why are you drinking water?
I should.
Oh, is it because they banned the Go Cups?
No.
No.
Just don't drink that much.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's. I guess we should just wrap it up. We can figure an episode out for next week, maybe. I'll put a classic up for tonight.
All right.
But I will clip in your. Maybe I'll just do a short one, and we'll have your